Hi guys, hey, I wanted to do a favorites video. I feel like I haven't done one in a while. I have tons of favorites. So they're kind of out of order. I just kind of listed them throughout the last few months. We're just gonna kind of go with this order. Also, I'm not wearing makeup. I have a little bit of mascara and brow gel on, but we're just gonna go with it. There's something on my camera. The first thing on my list, I feel like I must have started this list so long ago, but it's Degrassi. I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but I'm sure most of you know what Degrassi is. But ever since Drake came out with his music video that had all the Degrassi people who came back, I was like, oh my god, Degrassi. Degrassi was one of my favorite shows growing up. I feel like I was pretty much the age that they were when it was airing, so I felt like that was really nice. Usually like you're watching something where people are a little older, a little younger. I just felt like it was such a real show. Like it actually had the kids dressing like how I dressed. It wasn't like everyone's wearing Free People and like expensive brands. They wore like Aeropostale and stuff, and the kids had acne and braces. And when do you see people in high school having braces on TV? You know what I mean? And I just thought that was really great. I also love that like how now Riverdale, like as much as I love it, the high school students are played by people in their 20s, and this show was played by people who are actually the age they were playing. So I watched that from pretty much the beginning until season 9-ish. Once all the original characters were gone, it just kind of felt like pointless to watch. There's 2 movies I didn't know about that were so good, amazing, and I just want to throw that out there. By the way, if you were wondering where to watch Degrassi, you can watch it on YouTube for free. Next up is another TV show which I did a whole review on, so I'm not going to talk about it long. Insatiable. I loved it. You can watch my review on it and like everything I thought about it. Take Two is on ABC. It just ended actually when I'm filming this like 2 days ago, and I love it. I really hope there's a season 2. I know there's a chance it won't because it didn't have that much of an audience, like a viewership, but it was a summer show and it was the only scripted summer show on ABC, I think, so this summer. So I hope there's a season 2. I really love Rachel Bilson, and I will remember his name. Eddie Shipbrain. That was butchered that. But he's really hot. I love the show. I think they have really good chemistry. It's kind of like Castle or Bones. You know, it's a crime drama that has some funny moments and has like a romance. And the first season I thought was really good. I think they did something a little bit different than a lot of other crime dramas do. Storylines are kind of the same. You know, there's a new crime every episode. There's like a big bad guy for the season. But it works, and that's why they keep doing it. And I just thought the romance between them and like the tension I thought was a little different, and I thought it was really great. So I really hope there's a season 2 of that. Next, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't know why I never watched it earlier, and I won all the awards last year, and I was just like, I don't know, I just was I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't realize how good, and I watched it and I was in love, obsessed. It's so good. I cannot wait for them to carry it out more. Another Amazon show is Absentia, I hope I'm saying that right. It features Dana Caddick. She's the main character, and she's an FBI agent who went missing, and she's found 6 years later, and everything's different obviously because she's been gone for 6 years and being tortured, so she kind of has to readjust to living life, but also try to find out who kidnapped her and tortured her all these years. And it's amazing. It's very intense and like crime, but also very dramatic and family stuff, and it has a bit of everything. It's like a Hook kind of thing. Like there's 10 episodes and you can watch them all in a weekend. It's so good, so good. I think we're gonna have a season 2, which I'm really like can't wait for. On to a beauty item. Glossier. I'm sorry, but I had to. Glossier Haloscope. I think I put this in my last favorites, but I just can't get over it. I actually don't have it on today because I'm not wearing makeup, but you know what? Let's just do it. Oh, I love it. It's just nice and subtle, but it looks so natural. What is wrong with me today? It looks so natural. I love the color. I have the color Quartz. It's a middle shade. The only downside to this product is that there's not much in here. Like if I scrolled it all the way up, there would barely be any. But the thing is, you don't use much highlighter. I mean, at least I don't. Like when there's a giant pan of highlighter, I'm like, I'm never gonna use that. So it's easy to not use this all up. I've had this for a really long time now, and I haven't even like had to scroll it up at all. So I just dig my finger in, go on my cheekbone, sometimes my Cupid's bow. I just think it's really great. It's really pretty. It doesn't break me out. It blends really nice. It feels hydrating. It doesn't get all crackly and weird looking. I love it. You can check out my Glossier link down below. Get 20% off your first order and free shipping on orders of 30 or more. I am a Glossier rep. I only make money if you buy through my link. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be nice because I am poor. a foodish thing, and that is Starbucks iced coffee, but not from Starbucks because that's just way too expensive if you ask me. But if you go to the store, the grocery store, where they have usually like milk and orange juice, and they have like a cold iced tea, they have cold iced coffee from Starbucks. They have a cold brew. It's not my favorite. I like the regular one. There's like a dark, a light, and a medium roast. I get the medium roast. It's so good. I don't use cream or anything in my coffee, and I get the unsweetened one, so I just kind of pour that over some ice in the morning, and it is amazing. It gives me enough caffeine, like versus like hot coffee, and it's just delicious, and I love it. And that bottle lasts me probably 4 or 5 days of coffee in the morning, so it's not the cheapest option, but it's I think $4.99 if it's not on sale, and that lasts you 4 or 5 days, which is saving you money versus going to Starbucks every day on gas and taxes and how much the cup and the plastic and all that stuff is. So it's better. Next is a YouTube channel, and that's Beauty News. I feel like I've talked about them before. They are Australian based, 2 girls women I should say, who give beauty news, the news of beauty. It's kind of like, you know, there's news on pop culture, there's news on, you know, politics and the haps. This is all about beauty, and they don't just talk about like the new releases. They talk about, you know, drama and, you know, controversies, and they give their opinions. It's kind of like a View but for beauty, and I love it. It's their opinions and what they feel about things, and it's just so good. They have like a weekly or bi-weekly episode, and they also do makeup breakups, which is where they take popular makeup products and like destroy them and see, you know, how long they'll last, how many applications you get, and just kind of destroy it and have fun. And they just kind of love beauty, and it's really enjoyable to watch. I watch every one of their videos, and I would highly recommend them if you like finding out about the newest beauty products out there. An eye primer. When was the last time I put an eye primer in a favorites? A million years ago. So you guys probably know, if you're used to my channel, is that I have the oiliest, creasiest eyelids in the history of the universe. Like, if you think you do, you don't. I do. But I finally found an eye primer that lasts, I want to say 6 to 8 hours, which is insane for me because usually I'll get like tops 2 to 3 hours out of my eye primer. And as I'm going cruelty free, it is a cruelty free brand. Woo! It is the NYX HD High Definition Eyeshadow Base. It looks like this, just in a little black, threw it across the room. In a little black thingamajig, and you open it, and it's just, you know, on a little doe foot, and it looks very similar to the Urban Decay primer potion, but that for me is too oily. It used to work back in the day, but I find that if you've had it for too long, and it's really hard to use that up because you're only using it on your eyelids, it gets separated and there's like an oil and something else separate, and it's really gross. This hasn't done that. I've had it for a while. I always use it underneath my eyeshadows, and it just helps them stick and not crease for at least an extra 4 to 6 hours than normal for me, so that's a really big deal, and it's really affordable. I bought mine on Amazon, I think, for $7, maybe less. 2 eyeshadow palettes, which is crazy because, like, I'm not wearing makeup. But also, I'm just like, I've been using the same like 4 to 5 palettes I've had for years and years and years, and I got 2 palettes recently, and I love them. One I did a whole video on, and that is the Peach Dream Prism Makeup Palette from Juno & Co. It looks like this on the outside, and it looks like this on the inside, very nice and warm. I feel like I can make it work for fall. I just think it works really nicely. They're all matte shades in here, which is kind of my cup of tea. And there's just some nice pinks, some browns, some more cool browns, and like the creams. I really love this palette. You can watch me use it in the video I'll link below. Next up, you guys, it's probably in every single person's favorites video in the last 2 months, but the Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit, the Wants. First of all, Emily Noel is one of the first people I started watching on YouTube before I started my channel. I adore her to no end. I've watched her breastfeeding videos. I'm not breastfeeding. I don't have children. I'm not pregnant. But for some reason, I just watch every one of her videos. I love her. She's just so real and normal. Like, she's fun, and she feels like you're talking to a friend, and she knows a lot, and she just loves makeup, and she doesn't get involved in all the nonsense and the drama. When she announced that she was making her palettes, or announced that she had her palettes, I just knew immediately I had to buy them. I think I bought them within 10 minutes of watching her video, and I didn't get the needs just because I already had the basics. I feel like that's really great for people starting out. I already had pretty much all that stuff in my collection, and so I got the Wants, which was a really big deal for me just because there is a lot of color in this palette, which isn't my thing, so I have been kind of sticking with the more neutral shades. The color in here is so approachable, and I think that's what's so great about her. This is a really nice big palette. I mean, it's thin enough to travel, but it's a really nice size. Has the humongous mirror ever, and these are the shades. I have a picture I'll put in here, like so you can see everything up close, and the swatching of these, I'm not going to do that because everyone else on YouTube has already done it, but the colors are just gorgeous. Even the shimmers just are not too much, not too loud. There's nothing too loud and nothing too soft. It's right in the middle. Everything's really buildable, so you're not going to like go overboard. Everything blends really beautifully. It lasts really long. Just all the colors and the shades and the names and everything is beautiful, and I feel like if you're someone like me who loves makeup and uses makeup and like constantly wants to buy makeup, and you want to try out something with color and you don't want another neutral palette, but you're a little hesitant and you want to wear a color that's not going to be like, whoa, why are you wearing green eyeshadow? This is the palette for you, I think. Also, Makeup Revolution is cruelty free, which is a really big deal for me, so I was really happy that she worked with a brand, kind of let her do whatever she wanted, and they're cruelty free and super duper affordable, which is really very nice. This is actually the first thing I've ever bought from Makeup Revolution, so that's a pretty big deal. I really love it, so I definitely want to try more. This I feel like I've talked about in empties, maybe? Something like that, and it's the St. Moriz Gradual Golden Glow Tanning Moisturizer. I love this. Don't judge how I look now because I have no tan on for like 2 weeks, but this stuff is so good. It smells super, super nice. Oh, so good. And it's a white lotion that you kind of just use. I use a tanning mitt just because it could get your hands kind of funny looking. You could either use it to make your fake tan last longer, or if you just want a very subtle tan, just to look a little bit more bronzed, it's really great. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't, you know, wash it off. It doesn't have to develop. You actually use it after you get out of the shower, and it just blends like a dream with a tanning mitt. It smells nice. It's amazing. It doesn't flake and like get all cracky and weird. It just fades really naturally. It's a really nice color. It's not the kind of thing that people are going to come up to you and be like, oh my god, where'd you go on vacation? But it's the kind of thing you're going to look in the mirror and just feel a little bit more bronzed. It doesn't come off in white clothes, and it's just really nice, and I love it, and I will definitely keep buying this. I know a lot of people have recommended to me the Saint Tropez and Jergens. I hate the smell. It's just like you smell like a bag of Fritos, and it's gross. But this smells really nice. It's pretty subtle, actually, like tropical and nice in my opinion, and it's only about $6 or $7. I could only find it on Feel Unique though, which is from the UK, but it ships pretty quick. I got mine in less than a week, so I definitely look into that. And I think St. Moriz is cruelty free. Next is, oh my god, I'm running out of breath, Sugaring, which is sugaring hair removal. I did an entire blog post for OPENLETR on it. If you want to check that out down below, that's the blog that I write for, and I did a whole blog post kind of about the ingredients, how it works and everything. I was going to do a video on it, and I could if you guys really want me to, but I already did that whole post, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave that link below. But pretty much it's like waxing your legs, but a little different, a little bit more natural, a little bit less intense, better for sensitive skin. It's really nice. It's not the easiest, most like low maintenance option, but it lasts really long and it just works in my opinion. This is brand new to me actually from last week, and I thought, you know what, I'll make this video and I'll toss it in. I got my birthday gift recently from Sephora, and in one of the gifts was the GLAMGLOW SUPERMUD Clearing Treatment. This is something I've been recommended time and time again. I've always wanted to try it, but it's freaking expensive, and unfortunately GLAMGLOW is not cruelty free. I believe they are in America, but because they sell in mainland China, I think that they still allow them to test on animals to sell there. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they are not cruelty free. But I got a free sample and I tried it and I love it. I haven't used it as a full mask, but I have used it as a spot treatment, and I think it really, really, really works well. So what I did was I wrote a whole post on OPENLETR about the best alternatives to this that are cruelty free and are a lot cheaper. So if you want to check that out, I'll link that below as well. Next is another YouTuber, Samantha Jane. I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but she is stunning. I did actually an interview with her for OPENLETR, so you can check that out down below. So I have chatted with her with quite a bit. She's a Canadian YouTuber and a beauty YouTuber. She also does vlogs and I eat in a day videos, and she's just so raw and real and honest and genuine, and I feel like a lot of times I watch people on YouTube and I'm like rolling my eyes with them and I find them to be so fake, and she's not at all like that. She's just so unbelievably genuine and amazing and talented, and I adore her, so I definitely check her out if you're looking for more YouTubers to watch. Two more things. I'm getting hot. One is another food favorite, and that is Chobani Greek yogurt. Now Chobani Greek yogurt, it's made of dairy, which I am trying to stay away from. I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I do cut down on meat probably 4 days a week and dairy maybe 2 days a week. Greek yogurt is a really great source of protein, but most Greek yogurt is super, super, super high in sugar, and I hate things that are high in sugar. Most Greek yogurt leave that like layer on your teeth of like sugar. It's just gross. But I recently found Chobani makes a yogurt that has like 9 grams of sugar, which is still a lot, but way less than most that have like 24 grams of sugar. I don't know exactly what it's called. I will put a picture in, but it's all the ones that say a hint of. So not the regular Greek yogurt, it's Chobani. I get the hint of vanilla and Madagascar vanilla and cinnamon. They have a strawberry, a blueberry, a cherry, and a couple other ones, but I have to say a hint of. And that one has a lot less sugar. It tastes a lot less sweet than most Greek yogurt. It's very smooth. It doesn't leave that layer on your teeth. It's a bit plain since I do get the vanilla one, but I will either crumble some graham crackers in or mix it in with some strawberries and granola. It's a really great for breakfast or lunch, and I usually get the 4-pack, or you can buy them individually if you just want to try it. But if you always find Greek yogurt is too much sugar for you, it's a really great option. And finally, because I am a writer, I write a lot, which means that I kind of breeze through when I read too, which means that I kind of skip a lot of typos, and no matter how many times I read it, I always miss things. So I use Grammarly. I use the free version. You can pay for like a higher version, but I use the free one. I download it on my computer, and every time I write on Google Docs or emails, I just copy and paste everything in there, and it'll fix things for you. It'll let you know what you have to change and why, and after a while of doing that, you actually realize, okay, every time I write this word, I always forget to put a comma after it, and it's supposed to have a comma after it. So then after a while, you pick up on that, and it's like teaching you as well as helping you. So I really like that. It's really great. They also send you progress reports every week, letting you know like what percentile of other Grammarly users you're in, and you know, if your vocabulary is good and things like that. And I find it really helpful. So if you do any writing, whether you're in school or you write for work, I really recommend it. Not sponsored, I just saw the commercials and I wanted to try it. I love it. That is it for this favorites video. I hope you like it. Sorry again for the no makeup situation, but it's my channel. I can do what I want. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more from me, and I'll see you next time. That was weird.